Alright, so something a bit different today. Vladimir Kramnik has started a YouTube channel and he's been streaming Title Tuesday, or what he calls Cheating Tuesday, and he streamed recently the 23rd of January 2024 tournament on chess.com, the strongest online blitz tournament in the world. So I'm doing a reaction video here. The original is in Russian, so that's why it's muted right now. Have I definitely muted? Yes, I have. So you can't hear what Vladimir's saying, but even if you could, the vast majority of us would not understand, right? The original video's in the link if you want to see that one. Now, in this game, he gets absolutely smashed by a Fide master, a guy from Ukraine called Artem Dyachuk. He's a strong young player, 14 years old, but Kramnik should be winning, right? On paper. Well, let's see what happens here. This is hilarious, and then what Kramnik does is just the best thing ever, right? So we see a Sicilian on the board. White goes for this canal attack. I'm just going to turn my screen here, sorry, so I can see the game better. We see the queen centralized, you know, the black knight can't come to c6, so it sits okay there. Kramnik now goes for this aggressive pawn structure, kicks back the queen. I've analysed this game already, so I can give you the key moments. It's all to come. The knight hits the outpost, the black bishop's prepared to develop, and now Kramnik continues with the natural play, and his opponent goes h3. Stops knight g4, gives the king a bit of room, and Kramnik expands on the queen side. He could have just castled there or developed pieces, but he's got aggressive intentions in mind. He wants b4, so this is a great move by white. Shows understanding of the position. b4. Play it before Kramnik does, right? Yes, you create some holes, but you do kick back the knight, and now look at the queen side. An assault has started, so Kramnik takes there, the rook recaptures, white's got some holes in the structure, but Kramnik doesn't go the positional route here, try and exploit that. Instead, he wants to kill Artem's king. We see that in just a minute. No bishop b7 from Kramnik. He picks up his steed and nobly charges forward into the f4 square. Don't leave me hanging, Kramnik. Thank you. There we go. So he's looking for that attack. White saves the bishop pair, goes to bishop c4, pressuring this black king, as we can see, and now Kramnik goes queen d7. Caveman stuff. Looking for an attack around the king. h3, g2. You know, he could have gone queen c7, looking for pressure down the c-file. And white plays a brave move, taking a piece away from the defense, looking for pressure, but it does clear the f1 square for bishop f1. A very thematic defensive idea in these kind of positions. What's Kramnik going to do? He's thinking, deliberating, chewing on a wasp. Is he going to go for the sacrifice against his young opponent? Yes, he does. Sorry, I'm a bit delayed there. I was looking in the wrong direction. Now, Artem, of course, is like, whoa, do I capture this piece? Queen h3 is coming. It's getting dangerous, right? But what choice do you have? Your queen's under fire on e3. You've got to take that knight. So it's what's played. The queen captures, king steps back, and knight g4. Now this is really one of the star moments. The queen's under attack, and if it goes to e2 or d3 to still protect the knight on f3, well, then you block the retreat of the bishop going back to f1. So what does Artem do here? Truly fantastic play. He inverts the move order, goes bishop f1 immediately. You take my queen, I'll take yours. So that's why the queen drops back from Kramnik. Now white moves the queen, but look at that. You've got the perfect construction of the pieces. The bishop's now coming to g2. So f5 from Vladimir Kramnik. He's got to attack. He's sacrificed a piece, right? He wants to get the cannon into the game, aka the rook. Also open up the sniper on c8, aka the bishop. What's white going to do? How do you generate counterplay here? Well, this is some classy stuff. Artem's having a think, or he's checking his stockfish. Just kidding. I do not think the guy's cheating, but Kramnik thinks otherwise, as we're going to see. How is he going to play here? What's his next response? He's got some difficult questions to solve. all of Kramnik's pieces pointing in the right direction. He's in the tank, not the fish tank or the army tank, but the mental tank, and he goes bishop g2. Kramnik follows up with bishop b7, hits the long diagonal. I need to pause for breath. Let's enjoy this game. b5 on the board. Things are hotting up, and look at Kramnik's face. He is bemused. Who is this guy? Why is he so good? Why am I getting smashed up right now? This is the late titled Tuesday as well. He'd already played the early one, streamed the whole thing, done quite well, but he's tired at this point. He should go something like bishop h4 here. It's the top engine move to pressure f2, but Kramnik can't find it. It's difficult. So he goes instead for a dodgy move, Mr. Dodgy, pawn a5. Gives a pawn which was under fire, and now he just trades one set of rooks, not both, but white is now firmly in the driving seat. There's no attack coming just yet against the king, and in the meantime then, white is material up. What's Kramnik going to do? Well, he goes for an explosive move, d5. Look at that trio of pawns. Kramnik like Daenerys Targaryen, mother of dragons, the trio of beasts in the centre. He flings them forward, but Artem eats one of his babies. So Kramnik says, not so fast. I'm going to take your knight, sir, then unleash my pawns, but Kramnik has to go bishop c5. You pressure f2, and you stop rook a7. He plays a catastrophe of a move, e4. Looks so natural, but look at the diagonal. He's opened up for the bishop on b2. Rook a7, star move. If you take the knight on f3, then you reap the whirlwind, white. Right, well that's what's coming. What to do? The bishop's under fire. If you go bishop c5, does rook takes on g7, leads to mate in 4. Rook e8 possible, but then you're still under fire, right? The knight can save itself. Kramnik realises he's in a world of trouble here. So what does he do? Well, he just panics. His clock goes red. He goes for a take of the knight, but rook e8, I believe, is the strongest move from memory. Just cover that bishop. He takes. Calamity. The queen is about to slam down with check. Then you should go king h8, or at worst, queen f7. This is a losing move. Check. Bishop f8. Oh my goodness. This move is a brilliancy when you run it with the game review. Artem has found a stunner. Kramnik bemused. If you take with the king, because you have to, you can't take with the rook, bishop a3 check is coming, and it's mate in 2, no matter what you do. And look at this. So Kramnik's like straight on there, fair play, cheating, report, and now he starts speaking in Russian, right, for the final seconds of the video. Kramnik has had enough of what he sees as cheaters. Every game he gets smashed or something, he's reporting cheating. This is turning into a joke. He's way too hung up on these analysis numbers, game review. But here's the best part. When you run the game review, Kramnik was at 78.3%. His opponent was early 90s. Please let me know what you think in the comments about all this. Was Kramnik's opponent cheating? No chance in my view. But love to hear from you. And if you really enjoy these kind of games, then check out this video next. The game that made Kramnik suspicious of Hans Niemann. Cheers for watching, and see you soon.